Hey everybody, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Speaking of support, thank you so much for all the subscribers that have subscribed recently. It's pushed us over 5,000 and well on our way to 6,000. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Hit like, subscribe, and notification. If you like this kind of content, you'll be sure to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So today I'm going to be covering 3 Tone Poets that came out towards the end of last year and making a few comments as a first time listen. Most of you know that I'm exploring jazz through these series, and oftentimes I will buy the records without having heard them before, particularly Tone Poets. So far I have not been disappointed with any of the Tone Poets, from packaging to mastering to selection of titles. Never a disappointment and always interesting. These 3, I loved each one of them for different reasons, and I'll tell you all about it in a second. One thing I wanted to say about Blue Note in general is what a stroke of genius to have these 3 people working on presenting this material in the best possible way. And I'm talking about the original Blue Note. You have Rudy Van Gelder doing superb recordings. You have Reed Miles doing gorgeous covers, really well done, and have stood the test of time as iconic designs. And then Francis Wolff doing the photography and documenting every session in black and white and later color, and just gorgeous, gorgeous. And you get all that with the Tone Poets, you know, with Stout gatefolds and beautiful reproduction of the photographs inside. So it's such a high quality series, the sweet spot for audiophile reissues, and I'm delighted to be receiving these and going on my jazz journey with Joe Harley, who has selected the most interesting titles from the catalog and continues to surprise and delight us with new titles. The first release I wanted to talk about is StickUp from Bobby Hutcherson. And it's not my first Bobby Hutcherson record. I've had 2 so far. One is Oblique and one is The Kicker, both in the Tone Poet series. Oblique was one of my first Tone Poets, and at the beginning of the Tone Poet series, I really kind of researched and listened to things before I bought them. And I knew right away that that was going to be a winner for me. I still love it to this day. I think it's a wonderful record, great sound, great playing. And it just, for a first time jazz listener, it was easy to assimilate, and I love it. And that prompted me to get The Kicker, which I love as well. For different reasons, but the one thread, of course, is Bobby Hutcherson's playing on the vibes adds a magical touch to any session that he's in. And I'm totally won over with Bobby Hutcherson. So StickUp was like an easy one for me to decide on, even not hearing it beforehand. I love it. It's got Joe Henderson, McCoy Tyner, Herbie Lewis, and Billy Higgins. Very briefly, I liked a couple of cuts that stood out. Una Muy Bonita was the opening cut, and usually I find on Blue Note sessions, the opening cut is always a winner, and this one is no exception. Excellent, excellent sound on that too. I liked Summer Nights quite a bit, and Verse as well. All of the cuts sound great though, and this is a really well done session from 1966. It prompted me to order the next Bobby Hutcherson, which is coming out in the Blue Note Classic series, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But high recommendation for StickUp. Excellent, excellent record. Just another winner in the Tone Poet Bobby Hutcherson series. Harold Vick was new to me. Honestly, I was very attracted to the cover, and I said, I gotta get this for this iconic cover. Look at this beautiful, beautiful photo. and excellent typography, just wonderful. But on here, it's an organ-based session. It's tenor sax, Harold Vick, Blue Mitchell on trumpet, Grant Green on guitar. And if you've been following me, you know I like Grant Green a lot. John Patton on the organ, Ben Dixon on drums. And this one was right up my alley too. Very smooth, swaggering kind of session with excellent sound on the sax, and the organ adds a little bit of groove to it that I really liked and appreciated. On this one, Armis Brooks, which opens the record, is stunning. Excellent sound. The tenor sax is recorded really well, the trumpet as well. You know, Blue Mitchell is on trumpet here. He also has a solo a leader session here, which we'll discuss in a minute. But Grant Green's additions are very welcome. I liked Laura quite a bit. I liked Steppin Out as well. Whole record is a fun listen, very accessible for me, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to hear more Harold Vick sessions. Blue Mitchell was the third one. This one is called Bring It Home to Me. Features Junior Cook, Harold Mayburn, Gene Taylor, and Billy Higgins. And I guess they had all been playing together at different points in their career. But I absolutely love the cover. I was very attracted to get it. You know, these records is like, I'm a former graphic designer, and I really appreciate what Reed Miles did on these. They're always just fantastic, and this is no exception. Really beautiful. This one didn't strike me as it sounds wonderful. The material didn't strike me as particularly memorable. It's kind of straight ahead jazz, I thought, but Bring It Home to Me, which opens the album, is wonderful. I love that. Puerto Rico Rock was a little bit Latin tinge number, which I liked very much too. And of course, if you know my jazz journey, I like ballads, so Portrait of Jenny was wonderful and very lyrical, beautiful sound. All these are excellent, and for the price that you get them for, there's no comparison with any other reissue series. Kevin Gray's mastering is top-notch. The pressings from RTI are generally always good and very reliable. It seems like Tone Poet seems to have an extra quality control check on their RTI output, because it's normally flawless, and these were flawless. I didn't have any issues with these. There was an issue with, for some people, with the last Tone Poet, which was the Chet Baker Picture of Heath, which I did a video on. I'll link in the description box. But, you know, even that one is a stunning recording, and it showed people that they really need to pay attention to their setup to play some of these records, because they're very dynamic sessions, in some cases recorded by Rudy Van Gelder. And they sound contemporary. They don't sound like old recordings, you know, and it's a delight. It's a delight to follow what Joe Harley is doing and be able to purchase such high quality stuff for a great price. And I'm thrilled with the Tone Poets. All three of these are recommended. I particularly like StickUp and Steppin Out, but the Blue Mitchell is also very good for a first-time listener as well. So if you're following me and you're just dipping your toe into jazz, you can feel confident with any of these releases. Nothing is too out there at all. It's pretty straightforward, and just three different styles. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.